Dr. Richmond, who was responsible for the decision at the department to decline the committee's previous invitation to appear before this subcommittee to discuss the gas stoves rule on May 24th?
Well, I was not involved in that initial decision that came from May 4th, but the minute I got the invitation to come and speak with you, I immediately accepted it.
Well, thank you, because you understand why there would be concern. It should be a bipartisan concern, regardless of which party's in power, that we're the elected representatives of the people, and when we ask an agency of the administration to come and testify, I think is incredibly important and paramount, really, to doing your job effectively, to answer questions, both easy and the tough ones, the softballs and the fastballs, if you will. As outlined in the committee July 11th, 2023 letter to your department, the DOE representative stated that preparing you to testify on all proposed and finalized rules regarding home appliances would be, and I quote, too much to be able to get you ready to testify for. Do you take exception to that?
I could talk about the other ones too, to some degree. I'm here, I oversee it, so to the degree that I can, I'm happy to talk about other appliances, but I may not be as much detailed as you might like, but I'd always get back to you if you need it.
Because seeing as all these rules fall under your purview,
yes,
as Undersecretary, you wouldn't have any issues to be able to talk about the matters that are clearly fall within your job description.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
that's
great.
That's right.
It seems clear that the sheer volume of rules proposed by your office is impacting your ability to pay proper attention to each proposal. Why would you allow so many rules to be put forth if you don't have the ability to adequately review, since we were told that you'd be unable to testify about them? That's essentially what your department had told us.
Well, thank you for that question. Let me just say that DOE has an incredible team that works on every single one of these, including the 6 that are up right now. It's just impressive, the work that, I'm just incredibly impressed by it. And I don't think that it's too much for the Department of Energy to be doing. We've been doing this for 50 years, and as the number of appliances have increased and their technical capabilities have increased too. So I have full confidence that that the DOE team involved in this can manage the number of appliances that we're working on right now.
It's my understanding that the DOE relied on a court-ordered consent decree initiated by environmental activist groups as a basis for not providing witnesses at our May 24th, 2023 hearing. Is that correct? Do you agree with that?
That they were influencing the decision as to whether or not these other outside groups were?
That they wouldn't provide witnesses.
That the reason the DOE wouldn't provide witnesses to talk to you? No.
Okay. In October 2020, environmentalist groups filed a lawsuit to update overdue energy efficiency standards for appliances, which conveniently overlaps with the Biden administration's actions on energy efficiency standards. This is certainly a coincidence. Is the DOE coordinating with outside environmentalist groups to enact policy changes on energy efficiency standards?
No, we do not. We do not consult with environmental groups in making our policy rules and decisions, but we are very, once we have put them out, have announced our proposal, then we take a lot of input both on the web as well as meeting with stakeholders. But by no means is any outside group influencing the rules that we propose. Again, we take things after they've been proposed, we listen to stakeholders.
Doctor, thank you, and I respectfully, just because my time is limited, when you say you meet with stakeholders, did you meet with the stakeholders that produce the stoves and other appliances?
Yeah.
And do you feel that they are happy about your decisions?
Well, we take, in this case, we take all of the input and then we discuss it, and I think for me to say whether we're happy or not with it at this point wouldn't be appropriate. But we continue to listen and many times negotiate with them on things to make it so that it's not a burden to them also. So I think we have a very open process.
So you're saying that you don't think that these regulations are a burden on the producers of these appliances? Because they believe that it's a huge burden, and a lot of them think they're going to be losing millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, thank you for that question. Our analysis suggests that, for example, for the gas, if we're going to focus specifically on the gas stoves, that for the gas stoves, for all the products that are out there that we've looked at, 50% of those do not require, and those are the low-entry ones, they don't require any modification whatsoever. Of the other 50%, which would not be able to meet the proposed rule, those would take, we figure, the manufacturer to cost about $12 per unit for them to modify their gas stove. So we don't see that this is an undue burden.
Well, and thank you. My time is up. But the folks in the industries vehemently disagree with what you just said. And now I yield to Ranking Member Bush for her 5 minutes.